It's all over Twitter. I haven't seen much of it on the actual news, and I think it's because, reporters are just as uncomfortable with this story as I am. Donald Trump was photographed waving to the crowd as he was going to his trial or leaving his trial yesterday afternoon, and his hand has 3 large round sores on it, large round sores that look like pox. They look like, like chicken pox kind of things, like blisters. And, what is it? Did he grab a metal railing while he was in Iowa? That's among people who are not inclined to believe that it's a disease, that's probably the number one theory, that he burned his hand. He got a freeze burn. But I grew up in Michigan. I lived in New Hampshire, in the mountains, no less. Lived in Vermont, where it's been very, very cold. In fact, I've got a little dark spot on my right cheek. That's the result of a frostbite that I got years ago living in Vermont on New Year's Eve. We went out to party with the town in Montpelier, and I ended up burning my face. But I've never seen those kind of blisters on anybody's hand from a freezer burn. It just doesn't look right. But it could be, who knows? Or could it be heat burns, or did he break a piece of glass and cut himself? The theory that has got Twitter all lit up is that it's syphilis, that apparently 2 to 8 weeks after you are exposed to syphilis, the first sign is that you get these sores on your hands and your feet. But, really, to say that Donald Trump has syphilis, it's probably pushing the envelope. And when James Carville said he has the clap, the clap is gonorrhea. That doesn't have sores. But syphilis is commonly known as the pox, because it produces these little round sores on your hand. So what's the deal? I don't know. I don't think anybody does. And the media is like being very, we're walking on glass on this thing. They're just being very, very, very careful. Weird stuff. So what do you think? I'll be back with your calls and more of the news of the day in just a moment.